Tonight, a Perth family's fight to bring their sick dad home from Bali in time for Christmas. Perth wilts under scorching heat, our hottest day of the summer, with a new high for Christmas Day. But the East Coast's been belted by giant hailstorms in a new wave of wild weather. The major safety upgrade, hoping to save lives on one of WA's deadliest roads. And closed for business, the US government shuts down over the wall dividing the country.
From the studios of 7 Perth, Paula Voce.
Good evening. Those stories in a moment, but first to breaking news. A ground search has just been launched for a plane which may have crashed north of Perth. Emily Baker is with emergency services near Gingin, and there's no sign of a wreckage.
Paula, good evening. Well, the SES have been called in to start searching on the ground here. 2 helicopters have been flying overhead for the past couple of hours, but there's been no sign of smoke or a wreckage in the dense bushland. They were called in with multiple firefighters and paramedics at around 1:30 this afternoon after a 000 call came in from a resident who says they saw a plane disappear into the distance, then heard the motor conk out and a loud bang. It's believed the plane is a microlight, which is generally a one-seater plane that doesn't have to communicate with air traffic control. So that could explain why no distress call was made. We're going to go live now to pictures from the 7 News helicopter that shows the size and scale of the terrain searchers will have to go through. And I'm told emergency services will stay out here tonight until they're sure that no one is out here injured. Paula.
Thanks, Emily. A Perth father is tonight being rushed back home from Bali because of a medical emergency. Mason Hens suffered a life-threatening bout of pancreatitis on the holiday island while he was celebrating his birthday. Now his family have had to pay a huge price to get him home for Christmas. A federal government MP has outed himself as the politician at the centre of the latest sleaze allegations, dismissing the claims as vile, defamatory and part of a Labor hate campaign. It comes as the government was again forced to defend itself over climate policy and meeting its 2030 emissions targets. Coming up, a Christmas contamination scare, urgent advice to shoppers after a ham recall. Plus the Pope's scathing warning for pedophile priests. Police move in, 2 arrested over the drone siege that shut down an entire airport for a day. And the driver mistake that catapulted a car 7 metres into the air.
In 7 News Sunday, finding the key to autism.
I think it's just exciting times ahead.
And the huge increase in cases here in WA. How Telethon is unlocking the secret.
The earlier we start, the greater the gains that can be made.
Why Perth grandparents could hold the answer. 7 News Sunday.
Just days before Christmas, a recall has been issued for hams which may be contaminated by listeria. The affected range is Vic's Meat, 4.5 kilo bone-in ham with a best before date of 29 January 2019. The bacteria can cause serious, potentially fatal illness, particularly in pregnant women or the elderly. Hams can be returned to the shop it was purchased from for a full refund. Pope Francis has used his annual Christmas speech to deliver a strongly worded message to pedophile priests. The pontiff has warned the guilty they won't be protected by the church, saying they should turn themselves in. He's also urged those who have been cloaking the truth they cannot remain silent. Time for sport now with Ryan Daniels, and the Scorchers are struggling, Ryan.
Paula, 2 games in without a win. We'll dissect what went wrong today against the Sixers. Plus, Darcy Short and the Hurricanes bring the heat on the Gold Coast. And Thon Maker finds his range in Boston. The The Perth Scorchers have started their Big Bash campaign with 2 straight losses after going down to the Sydney Sixers by 17 runs at the SCG today. Jason Berendorf was the pick of the Scorchers bowlers with 2 wickets, and while Ashton Turner and Hilton Cartwright put up a fight with the bat, it wasn't enough. Joel Saratzis has the details.
Thanks, Ryan. Still to come in 7 Saturday News, dramatic arrest. Police forced to draw their weapons as their car is rammed by thieves. Plus, the Aussie retailers out to conquer the UK. And 50 years in the same job, a major milestone for a devoted employee.
Get the latest from 7 News late night.
Just have a look at some of the damage this hail did.
It's live.
A manhunt is underway as we go to where.
It's immediate.
We're tracking an active investigation.
What's happening right now?
Does the National Party have a cultural problem?
Breaking down the breaking news.
I'm Michael Usher. Join me for the latest.
Tonight.
Sunny and a little cooler tomorrow. I'll have the full festive forecast next. Then your winning numbers for Saturday Lotto.
Now, Fuel Watch, Perth's petrol prices. Brought to you by Fuel Watch and 7 News.
Taking a look at the weather now, and no need to tell you it was very hot today. Tomorrow will be cooler with a top of 35 degrees. It was also a warm night. 23.5 was our low, recorded at 5:30 this morning, followed by a very hot day, 41.2 degrees, recorded just before 2 this afternoon. On the chart, a ridge of high pressure is expected to develop southwest of the state tomorrow. A new trough will develop down the west coast on Monday and expected to move inland on Tuesday. The forecast for WA, hot and unsettled conditions in the top end, mostly sunny in Exmouth and Kalgoorlie, partly cloudy in Albany. Around the nation tomorrow, morning showers in Sydney, sunny in Melbourne with partly cloudy conditions in Hobart. Wind and waves, variable winds about 10 knots will become south-southwesterly 15 to 20 knots in the middle of the day, seas to 1.5 metres around midday, the swell 1 to 2 metres during the afternoon. Tomorrow in Perth, mostly sunny and 35 the expected top. However, some rain and possible storms are forecast for the hills tomorrow afternoon. Looking ahead, Christmas Eve will be sunny and 35. Christmas Day very hot and 35 with strong easterly winds. Boxing Day partly cloudy and cooler, 28. Then temperatures in the high 20s will round out the last week of 2018. Time now for Saturday Lotto, draw 3905. And the winning numbers are 5, 14, 41, 29, 43, 9 and the supplementary numbers 37 and 15. Let's check those numbers again. 5, 14, 41, 29, 43, 9 and the subs 37 and 15. It would come in handy. That's 7 News for now. I'll be back with evening updates, and for the latest news, head to the 7 News Perth Facebook page. Stay with us now for Little Big Shots.